Good morning, Christian family. I hope you're doing well. My teaching this morning is about the two demonic principalities over infant deaths called Molech and Lilith. Now, please people, there is a false doctrine doing the rounds that says that Lilith was the first wife of Adam, and then Adam killed Lilith and married Eve. Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous. It's false. It's nonsense. And it is Satan trying to undermine God's word and trying to deceive people through his lies. God's word is the only truth. And if God's word says that Adam and Eve was the first two people created by God, and that God created Eve for Adam as his wife, then that is how it is. God is not a person that he should lie. Now, Molech and Lilith are the two demonic principalities over abortions, miscarriages, and crib deaths. They are both fallen angels who were worshipped by pagans in the Bible. They are not human beings that Lilith could have been Adam's wife.
Molech, which is the spirit behind infant deaths, was a god of the Canaanites in the Bible. Molech is the demon behind miscarriages, abortions, and baby sacrifices. Molech is also a fire spirit. If you look at the picture on the screen right now, it shows how they, in pagan practices in the Bible, made a fire under Molech's hands and then placed babies alive into his hands to burn to death as a blood sacrifice to the spirit Molech, which in turn is a sacrifice unto Molech's superior, Satan. Now, today's modern day abortions are exactly the same thing. They are both baby sacrifices offered unto the fallen angel spirit Molech, which in turn is a blood sacrifice unto Satan. Molech is also the chief demon god of Ammon in the Bible. 1 Kings 11 verses 6 to 8 says, Solomon did evil things in the sight of the Lord, and did not follow the Lord fully, as his father David had done. Then Solomon built a high place for worshipping Chemosh. Now Chemosh is also one of the pagan gods in the Bible, which the pagans worshipped. Let's read on. Chemosh, the horror, detestable idol of Moab, on the hill which is east of Jerusalem, and for Molech, the horror, detestable idol of the sons of Ammon. Verse 8, and he did the same for all of his foreign wives, who burned incense and sacrificed to their gods. Now, Molech is a bloodline demon, and in deliverance sessions, you must first break the bloodline curse of Molech, the bloodline curse of abortions and miscarriages over the woman in her bloodline before you can evict this demon spirit from her womb. In a woman's body, the spirit of Molech is always situated in the woman's womb. And it is in the womb where Molech steals the baby from the woman's womb as a blood sacrifice unto Satan. Remember, people, Satan wants blood. Satan pulls his power from blood. It is in the womb where Molech steals the baby as a blood sacrifice to Satan. The biggest sacrifice you can give to Satan is death. In Psalm 106 verses 37 and 38 it says, "They even sacrificed their sons and their daughters to demons, and shed innocent blood, even the blood of their sons and of their daughters, whom they sacrificed to demons." And in Leviticus 18 verse 21 it says, "You shall not give any of your children to offer them by fire as a sacrifice to Molech." People, all abortion clinics work under the power of Molech. Most doctors who perform abortions are Satanists themselves, and they do abortions as a blood sacrifice to their god, Satan. It is against the law to kill a person, so they do it with abortions and still do their human sacrifice legally. The mother who come in for the abortion is under anesthetic and is asleep and knows of nothing. Whilst she is asleep, a whole sacrificial ritual is done onto Satan with her baby as the sacrifice. Let's look at a few other verses in the Bible that speaks of Molech. Leviticus 20 verse 2 says, "Moreover, you shall say to the children of Israel, any Israeli or any stranger residing in Israel who gives any of his children to Molech, the god of the Ammonites, as a human sacrifice, shall most certainly be put to death." 2 Kings 21 verse 6 says, "He made his son pass through the fire and burned him as an offering to Molech. He practiced witchcraft and divination and dealt with mediums and soothsayers. He did great evil things in the sight of the Lord, provoking him to anger." 2 Kings 23 verse 10 says, "Josiah also defiled Topheth, which is in the valley of Ben Hinnom, so that no man could make his son or his daughter pass through the fire as a burnt offering for Molech." Jeremiah 7 verse 31, "They have built the high places of Topheth, which is in the valley of Ben Hinnom, to burn their sons and their daughters in the fire to honor Molech, the fire god, which I did not command." Jeremiah 32 verse 35, "They built the high places for worship of Baal in the valley of Ben Hinnom, to make their sons and their daughters pass through the fire to worship and honor Molech." And Ezekiel 24 verse 8 says, "That it may cause wrath to come up to take vengeance, I have put her blood guilt for her children sacrificed to Molech on the bare rock, that it may not be covered." Okay, let's look at Lilith, the baby-stealing spirit. The spirit of Lilith is also a fire spirit who operates at night, stealing babies from their cots. She is the spirit behind crib deaths. Lilith is the female goddess, which is a fallen angel spirit Remember, all gods and goddesses are fallen angels. She is known in the Bible as the night demon screech owl, who haunts the desolate places of Edom. In Isaiah 34 verse 14 it says, "The creatures of the desert will encounter jackals, and the hairy goat demon will call to its kind. Indeed, Lilith, the night demon, screech owl, will settle there and find herself a place of rest." Let's look at lullabies quickly, as it is an important part of the teaching of Lilith. The term lullaby is believed to come from the terms lulla and bai, which is believed to be soothing sounds to help a baby drift off to sleep. Lullabies were deemed important enough to be documented by the Babylonians 4,000 years ago. One of the earliest lullabies written down is from about 2000 BC, before Christ, warning the infant not to cry and disturb the family in the night, or horrible things would happen to it. According to Richard Dumbrell, a leading expert on ancient music with the British Museum in London, 4 millennia ago, an ancient Babylonian wrote down a lullaby into a small clay tablet, which is one of the earliest lullabies on record, dating from around 2000 BC. It may have got the baby to sleep, but its message is far from soothing. The writing is in cuneiform script, one of the first forms of writing, and carefully shaped by a Babylonian scribe with a stylus made of reed. This script is kept at the British Museum in London. It is a rather menacing lullaby in which the baby is punished for disturbing the pagan house god with its crying, and then threatened with repercussions. They try to tell the child that he has made a lot of noise, that he woke up the demon, and if he doesn't shut up right now, the demon will eat him. Frightening themes were typical of lullabies during the Babylonian era, and this unfortunately remains a feature of many lullabies sung around the world today. But in the Jewish tradition, Lilith was a demon who was believed to steal children away in the night. A folk etymology derives the word lullaby from the word Lilith abai, which means Lilith begone. To guard against the spirit of Lilith, Jewish mothers would sing the lullaby as an incantation to keep the demon Lilith away. Many believe that the word lullaby or Lilith abai was used as an incantation designed to repel Lilith. But as we all know, most incantations summon demon spirits. They don't keep them away. So many believe that singing a lullaby to your child could invite the baby-stealing spirit of Lilith into the baby's room and also open up doors that allow curses to be placed upon the mother and the child, and they would rather sing their children worship music or read them to them from the Bible. It so happens that many lullabies, including those sung today, have dark undertones. Also, most lullabies are very threatening in nature. If you just listen to many lullabies which are even sung today, you will see an undertone theme of threats and scare tactics. Think, for instance, of the words of the very well-known lullaby called Rock-a-Bye Baby. Let's look at the lyrics. Rock-a-bye baby on the treetop. When the wind blows, the cradle will rock. When the bough breaks, the cradle will fall. and down will come baby, cradle and all. And this is also one of the main reasons why many Christian mothers prefer to rather sing their babies worship music or read to them from the Bible at night to put them asleep. Now, a lot of medical research has been done to find the cause of this silent baby killer, crib deaths, but the exact cause of these crib deaths medical science could not discover. All that they know at this stage is that the baby just stops breathing during sleep and that there is very little or no signs of struggle or choking or suffocation. It remains a mystery to the medical industry how these perfectly healthy babies can die with no signs of any disease or struggle whatsoever. Even autopsies have been unable to find the cause of crib deaths. Now, we as born-again Christians who understand how the spiritual realm works and understand that there is a different dimension and a spiritual realm where demon spirits and fallen angels and Satan and his army operates from, and we are not carnal-minded but spiritual-minded, we know that whenever a medical doctor cannot tell you what is wrong with you, what caused it, and how to cure something, or why it happened, what brought it on in the first place, if a medical doctor cannot give you these answers, it is because he doesn't know what the answer is, because it is not found in medical books and medical studies, but the answer is found in the spiritual realm. It is not caused by natural circumstances or natural influences or natural beings. It is caused by the spiritual realm and everything that is happening in the spiritual realm. And that this problem can also not be fought with carnal weapons, but with spiritual weapons, with the warring weapons of Jesus. As it tells us in Ephesians that our fight is not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, princes of darkness, powers, fallen angels, rulers, strong men, spiritual wickedness, which are the demons and the Nephilim spirits. Lilith is also a bloodline spirit and a bloodline curse. So people with a bloodline of abortions, miscarriages, and crib deaths are the most likely to have that happen to them and also to their children, if not broken in the bloodline. Now, people remember, these things don't have to carry over from generation to generation. You can break your bloodline curses. We as Christians are all supposed to break our bloodline curses and go for deliverance and get these things and these curses cut off from ourselves as well as from our children. And if someone says that they don't have demons or they don't have bloodline curses, they need to chase that arrogant demon away from them as well. Everybody who has a mother and a father has bloodline demons and bloodline curses that need to be broken over that person's life. Everybody has them. All of us. None is exempt from bloodline curses. None. My name is Linda. I'm from Linda and Marius Deliverance and Business Ministries. If you would like to go and see more of our videos, we are also on YouTube. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.